Hey man, mixing background vocals can be pretty simple if you have the right approach. Let's check out Wavy Wayne's way to mix background vocals. Let's get it! What's up, artists, engineers, and producers? I'm Wavy Wayne from Wavy.wav, and this YouTube channel here is all about helping you to record and mix better and faster. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it, because I know you ain't got a lot of time. You're trying to figure out how to mix these background vocals, and I'm going to help you. So I got a song here. Shout out to Lydia Caesar, my beautiful wife. Shout out to Lydia Caesar for providing this session for us. I just actually did a video. Well, I gave 3 easy steps to mixing that lead vocal professionally. And I was thinking, damn, I know a lot of us also struggle with mixing background vocals. So let's just take a listen to this section here. We're going to listen to what we have. You will hear the background vocals, and then I'll show you the way that I would approach mixing these super simply. Let's get it.
I'ma shoot my shot and go and get it. I want it all, I'm laser focused. Yeah. Taking the throne, go ahead and crown me. Go ahead and crown me. No guts, no glory.
All right, bet. So we hear my background vocals. They starting off with these 6 tracks right here. Actually, there's 7 other tracks. Now, and this is one of the keys to actually making your background vocals sound big, thick, and wide, is to record multiple takes of them. Don't just make one recording and then try to duplicate that track. No. Have the artist record those background vocals and stack them up. One thing that I love to do, especially on like something like this, is to stack those background vocals actually 5 times. So let me just go here. I'm going to label these BGV1, BGV2, BGV3, BGV4, and V5. All right, then after that we have harmony left and a harmony right, okay, which is going to implicate how I'm going to pan those. So if we look at how these are panned, if we're looking at the first background track, I got for one, the volume is significantly lower than the lead vocal is, right? And then, well, but it's actually also acting like a lead. So this is like the lead on my backgrounds. Again, we got 1, pan up the middle, 2, pan to the left a little bit, not hard left, 3, pan to the right, about equal to where that other one is, and then we have 4 and 5 panned out a little bit further, right? So you know, if it sounds good doubling, it's gonna sound really good with 4 of them, and it's gonna even sound really good with 5 of them, depending on if it's singing at the same time as the lead. So since these background vocals are kind of coming in on their own pace, that's why I was safe with putting that 5th one there and keeping one up the center, because it would never interact, and having that center vocal is going to help these background vocals stay pretty strong. So let's just mute these harmonies for now and just listen to these BGVs.
I want it all, I'm laser focused. Yeah. Taking the throne, go ahead and crown me. Go ahead and crown me. No.
All right. So one of the main things that you definitely want to do when you're working with background vocals is reduce the low frequencies. This is going to make sure that they don't get all muddy and clouded up, especially as you stacking stuff. So background vocals, stabs, and stuff like that. A lot of times I will get really aggressive with the high pass filter and roll frequencies off up to 500 or even higher sometimes. So I'm going to go to these first 2 channels and start to roll off some of these lows. Let's listen to what that starts to sound like. So much cleaner. All right, and you know, I got these RVox on here. It's doing a little bit of compression, a little bit of gate. You know, that's cool to keep in there. And let's see, what did I do with that? So let's just hear these again. And I feel like I can take even more lows off. Maybe this first one probably needs to get some lows taken off of that one, even though it's in the center, just to keep these BGVs nice and light. Not too light though. All right, and again, take note of the panning. So We got each one of these, and they, with the 5 different copies, we got BG1, BG2. They're panned slightly left and right. They don't have to be perfect. It's all about the feeling. Make sure you in your sweet spot and you listening to it. And then we just a little bit wider with the same copies. Okay. Now, next we got some harmonies down here. I'm gonna bring these in to see how these are working. And again, same concept here, to where I'm probably gonna wanna roll off a lot of these excessive lows. So let's just start off and hear how they sound. Matter of fact, I'm gonna group these two, select both of them, hit Command G, and then this is gonna be my harmony group. And one thing that I like is that I can go over to globals and actually link my inserts as well. So that means like while I'm adjusting one of these plugins, so since they're on separate tracks, when I adjust one, it'll actually adjust both of these 2 tracks at the same time, so I can get a real-time feeling of what this mix is sounding like. Let's hear it. Oh yeah. And I think I want to take some little highs off of there too. Yeah. So now that I have my vocals kind of balanced out, here's what I want to do. I want to actually put these all to a Submaster and use a little bit of multi-band compression to really shape the tone of the vocal. So I'm going to select them all, right? And I'm going to make a new stereo aux input track, and we're going to name this BGV sub. So this is the Submaster for my background vocals, and I'm going to route the outputs of all of these tracks to that BGV sub. One other technique that I like, since I'm going to be compressing these more, I'm going to actually bypass the reverb on all the individual channels and then just send to the reverb directly from the BGV sub. Again, the Submaster is kind of acting like a summing, right? To where we're grouping all of these together. And so now the sum of that group will be sent out to the reverb all together, all right? We'll just bump a little bit of that and adjust it in a minute. But what I really want to focus on is my multi-band compression. So let's go with a C4. Most of y'all probably have this plugin already. And what I really want to do is focus on that low mid range area where there might be a little bit of mud or something unclear coming through from those background vocals. I just want to clamp down on that and compress that area a little bit and let everything else kind of stay pretty dynamic so that we get that dynamic feeling throughout the mix. Right, and then now I feel like these harmonies, I might have taken a little bit too much lows off at some point. So I'm gonna go to a couple of these tracks and just open it up just a little bit more so I can have a little bit more warmth. Yeah. Ah, man, I like that. Another tool that I really like on background vocals, especially in this case, I want to kind of spread them out. I'm going to use this S1 imager to really push these background vocals to the outsides of the speakers and make them feel really wide. Ah, that's nice. Right, and you can get as creative as you want to. If you want to enhance these background vocals even more, like maybe adding some type of saturation, let's get a little creative, man. Maybe go to my decapitator and see what this will do to add a little saturation. Let's go to the thermionic culture vulture setting on here and turn up some drive. I like it. I like it. Now let's just tuck these background vocals in.
I want it all, I'm laser focused. Taking the throne, go ahead and crown me. No guts, no glory. I fight for what's mine.
Oh man, that sounds good. It's feeling like it's coming together, and there's really so many different possibilities that you can do, but the main thing is going to be making sure that you record enough of the background vocals so that you can create this layer of sound, right? And be able to pan them out and spread them throughout your mix, and then reduce that low end, get aggressive with the high pass filters on those vocals, and then maybe try some multi-band compression and maybe a little bit of saturation to top it all off. I'm Wavy Wayne from WavyWayne.com. If you found this helpful, be sure to share this video and subscribe to the channel, man. We need to all work together to make the world a better sounding place. Y'all be dope.